Okay, so let's quickly look at the step-by-step approach of generating a standard essay in IELTS writing test. First, once you have served your essay question and the supervisors or coordinators of the test advise you to begin, the first step to take is to read the question only once. That's step number one. Read the question only once. And identify the words, the keywords in the question that are paraphrasable. In other words, identify the keywords in the question that you can substitute with their synonyms. Once you identify these words, you can either circle the words or rule a line on top of each keyword. Then write the synonym on the ruled line for each keyword. Next step, transfer the paraphrased version of the question onto your answer sheet. Transfer the paraphrased version of the question onto your answer sheet. This simply means you are to recopy the question that's written on your question paper onto your answer sheet. So when you are copying this question, you don't copy it word for word. You now copy the synonyms, the paraphrased version, in a way that whatever it is you've paraphrased must pass the same message, the same information as what's in the original question. Next step. Go back to the original question. And read it twice or thrice for proper understanding. Once this is achieved, once you are able to establish that you've understood the question based on what it requires, now go to the bottom of your question and ask yourself, what am I to do? What is the question required of me? At this point, draft out the points with which you would support or establish whichever path you have taken. Once you've understood the question very clearly, go to the bottom or below the question, plan your essay by drafting out the points you intend to use to support whichever path you've decided to take. For instance, if a question would be used to buttress your point or your body paragraph. Furthermore, after drafting out your points and attaching examples to each, you are also required, especially if the question requires that, to establish your stance. So if a question says, do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree? Give your own opinion. If a question requires that, at this point, draft out your opinion on the same question paper as rough work. So you're drafting out your opinion very clearly on that question paper as rough work. To draft out your opinion, you may choose to either support the path you have chosen to go for, or you balance the two concerns via your opinion. It depends on you. Now, once you have established all of this, you are now ready to begin your essay. All of these planning and drafting out of points are just planning of your essay, and they are rough work. Don't forget that. Next point or next step. Go back to your answer sheet where you stopped at the paraphrase. Go back to your answer sheet where you stopped at the paraphrase and create your preamble. Your preamble should be a synopsis or a preview of the issue raised in the question. Once you are done with your preamble, of course, you apply your period, your full stop, and then proceed to your thesis or background statement. Now, your background statement is a statement you make in writing that shows the examiner what you have identified or what you have planned to do. I always liken background statements to manifesto. You know manifestos? The ones politicians give at the podium when they are addressing the mammoth crowd or their supporters. They tend to say what they plan to do during their dispensation or regime or tenure. So in IELTS essay writing, your manifesto is the thesis or background statement. So what do you express as your background statement? You are saying, in this essay, I will be writing to whatever it is your points are for. For instance, if your points are for agreements, your thesis background statement will establish, in this essay, I will be writing to absolutely agree with the issue raised above. If they are for disagreements, you are saying, in this essay, I'll be writing to completely disagree with the concern stated above. Please, do you understand this? Now, your thesis or background statement does not end with a full stop. Rather, it should end with semicolon. This would allow for stance to be brought in. Once you have established your stance, of course, your stance could be opinion, it could be your view, it can be your suggestion, merit or demerit, advantage or disadvantage. It depends on the question. So if the question says, do you agree or disagree? Give your own opinion. Your stance in this situation is opinion. So whatever it is you have drafted on your question paper as rough work, this is now time to bring it in. That's opinion, right? Once you're done with your opinion, you have completed your paragraph 1. And when your paragraph 1 is well done, if you plan your essays, draft out your questions, your answers, your points, and your opinion, excuse me, then you give your opinion as well. Please, can I get water? Once you're done with your paragraph 1, you have solved your paragraphs 2, 3, and 4 by 50%. Thank you. What the question required of you to do, then you planned your essay by drafting out your points. After planning, drafting out all points, establishing your instance, you went further to write your preamble. You went further to write your preamble and then established what you would be doing in the essay. What gave you the confidence to say what you'll be doing in the essay? What was it that gave us the confidence to say this is what I'll be doing in the essay? Your preamble. Your preamble just gave a synopsis, a preview of the situation raised in the question, right? The points you drafted down are your major, gave you the major confidence, say, since I have these points, I know what I want to do. Then you went further to say, in this essay, I'll be doing XYZ because you have the points drafted down, right? Then after that, you drafted an opinion because the question says, give your own opinion. In dropping an opinion, it is peculiar to you. So you decide whether you want to drop an opinion that is one-sided or you want to drop an opinion that will balance the two factions. It is left to you. So whatever it is you've opined, you wrote down as a rough work. Now, when you went back to your answer sheet to transfer everything, establish what you'll be doing, and also drop your opinion, when you come for your paragraph 2, TS means topic sentence, right? What is this topic sentence all about? Where will you get it from? The points. You pick a point, one of the points drafted down, that would be your topic sentence. Now, because you thought out this question, this point, you already know what you want to say about it. Is that correct? So whatever it is you want to say about it will become your. Do you understand this? This instance has already been drafted down on your rough work, right? So you're bringing it. You have nothing to think about because you have planned your essay already. Paragraph 3, the topic sentence is the other point you drafted down. Is that correct? You give a detailed explanation about it, and that would constitute your body paragraph. The example, you drop again. Conclusion, you give a recap, a synopsis, a summary of whatever it is you've talked about, especially the topics. Then you now summarize and bring down the stance you've written in paragraph 1. And that's all. You see that planning you did solved your essay. But if you do not plan beforehand on the roof, while others are writing, right? And you don't have such time in IELTS. So it's very important that you plan your essay before you start. All right, let's proceed. Next step. Begin your paragraph 2. Have you forgotten? Next step. Okay. Next step, begin your paragraph 2 by picking the topic